Yes, hello and hello, all blessings and greetings to the global community of THS. My name is Otimo, the community live from central Nigeria. I hope you're fine and well. It's a good time to be alive, I must tell you. And guys, look, to be honest, look, now let's get this straight. This is one of the best time in human history to be alive. I mean, this is a good time to be alive, and it's equally one of the most worst times in human history, right? And I've come to understand that out of chaos comes order, right? When there is a massive opportunity for people to grab and make real wealth, the enemy of your soul, the evil one, bring challenges, brings chaos, bring pains, right? To distract you, to make you shy away from the opportunities that are bound. Guys, if there's any time in history, I, I know I'm just a little boy, but I'm very young. But based on the studies I've gone through, based on the books I've reading about history and economics, if there's any time in human history where human beings have had it easy to make money, it is now. And at the same time, this is one of the most dangerous times in human history. I mean, look at your newspapers, look at the media houses. It's as if the world is turning upside down. I mean, human life no longer has value. But again, it is up to us to take advantage of this era. We are moving into a new age. I keep on saying this. And some of the things I teach us here, some of the things I used to bring here to educate us here, are not the things that are being taught to us on our regular places. And Robert Kiyosaki has this to say. Robert Kiyosaki has this to tell you, the global community of Thascians. Truth, what is true, is never taught to the majority of people. Truth is hidden and reserved for just a few. Truth is never taught to the large majority of people. And Robert Kiyosaki was asked, what are the things that people are mostly exposed to? Mainstream media, mainstream religion, mainstream educational system, right? And anything that is taught to the majority of people are usually not true. This is why you have just 10% of people controlling the entire world on this planet. These guys are exposed to this knowledge. And do you know what they do? When people go and dig this knowledge and bring it to the public, hmm, they laugh. They say this person is hallucinating. They say this person is a conspiracy theory. They say this person is trying to teach false doctrine. It is not. So we are moving into a new age of opportunities, and cryptocurrency is one of those windows that we can hold on to. Guys, if we miss crypto adoption, we will bite ourselves. Today I saw an update, and it says that over time, right, private cryptocurrency companies will be much more appealing under good regulation. They'll be much appealing than fiat currencies. This is this is a report that was done by a popular bank. I'm coming. Let me check this out. I think, what's the name of this bank? Bank of Australia. It says consumer-focused digital tokens issued by private companies could be better than central bank issued tokens, assuming the companies can be regulated appropriately, the Australian central bank governor said on Sunday. This is a central bank governor talking about private companies that are issuing digital assets like the Abundance Community Coin. So hold on to what you have. Like I said, if you are holding on to fiat currency now, I pity you. Just today, in my last broadcast, I said before the year runs out, the dollar could be trading to 1,000 naira. And just today, in my last broadcast, it was trading around 618, 617. And as I speak to you now, the dollar is trading to 620 to the dollar. Guys, things the things are coming. And today's topic is titled Fiat is Poverty. Look, the present monetary system is designed to keep us as enslaved forever. Look, there is no way people can get wealthy by the measurement of or the standard of fiat currencies. Perhaps in 1970, before Richard Nixon of the United States took off the United States off the gold standard. Sorry. And now we need to understand what is happening, okay? Before 1970, there was nothing like fiat currency. What we have was gold-backed currency, right? And this was because after World War II, United States, a lot of countries were sending their gold because the war was in the entire European continent, and other part of Asia were devastated by war. So these countries were no longer safe. So they were sending their gold to the United States because the United States was at peace, and they were it was a new world now. They were prospering economically. It was the age of industrialization and the age of abundance for the United States. So these European countries started sending their gold to the United States because it was safer there. Because if if an enemy invades, the enemy will not be able to steal their gold because the gold is no longer held with them, it's held with the United States. So after the end of World War II in 1945, they had a meeting and said, okay, since the United States has the highest number of gold reserve, the United States currency and the dollar should be pegged to the gold that is held in the US Federal Reserve Bank. So it therefore means the dollar that we are using today as the dollar, the global exchange monetary that is used for global trade now, was not money. The United States dollar wasn't money. It was a receipt. Like, I go to the market and buy this headset, okay? I was issued a receipt. That was before 1971. That was how the United States dollar was. It was not money. It was a receipt. So how does it function? If you go to the United States, let's say you have an ounce of gold held in a bank, okay, and because gold is not easily divisible, because gold as a medium of exchange has limitation. It's not easily divisible. It is not portable, okay, and it's also heavy to walk around with. So what people did was people took their gold to the bank and they were giving receipts in return. So what was happening is that as you enter a grocery store, okay, you will issue out that receipt to the person that is selling you some stuff or items. And if you after you can just check it online. The United States dollar was on top of it was written receipt. Now let's say you have an ounce of gold held in a bank, you have deposited in the bank. You'll be given a receipt that is equivalent to that ounce of gold. Now let's say you want to buy mango, and you go into a store, you will give that receipt, that dollar now, that to the person selling the mango. The receipt now will serve as a proof that you have this same equivalent amount of gold held in the bank, and the person selling the mango will take this receipt from you, okay, and they will give you mangoes. And what you do then is the person selling this mango now will take this receipt and go to a bank and exchange it for gold. So what was happening is that nobody what the advantage of this was that nobody can print money as will, because for you to print money, you must have the equivalent of this money in gold. So that was what was the US dollar. That was the and that was why every country around the world started using the US dollar as a global monetary reserve, because if you hold a US dollar, it means you are holding gold, a receipt of gold. So it wasn't money. So in 1970, during Richard Nixon regime, the United States started printing money, started stealing, started their wickedness, started invading countries with their wars, and you know, and European countries and other countries started realizing that, look, these guys are printing this money out of nothing. It is no longer as it was before. There's no longer an equivalent of what they give now in gold. So what European countries did was that they started asking the US dollar to stop paying them in US dollar. Rather, they should start paying them in gold. So the United States, knowing the fact that, okay, if they start giving European countries payment in gold, there's no equivalent of that amount in gold held in the US reserve. Hence, Richard Nixon reached out and cut off the equivalent, and cut off the exchange of US dollar to the gold. That was the birth of fiat currency. And United States dollar has lasted, it has done well as a fiat currency, and the longest fiat currency to survive is the Great British Pound. Fiat currency have been experimented in several countries, and they have been collapsing. Venezuela is the case study, Zimbabwe. So as we speak now, the US dollar is collapsing because it's not backed by anything. This is a good example of it. Let's say myself, Otium, I can just go as a central bank governor, okay? I can print money out of nothing and then dump it into the economy. That is what these guys do now. The money is not backed by anything. And when an individual prints money, it is called counterfeiting. You are even arrested. But when the bank prints money, it is called quantitative easing. Can't you see? They have been playing us for years. What you have as the US dollar is a paper. It is paper. It's the sheet of paper. That's what Robert Kiyosaki will laugh and say, sorry. Hello, Shadow. How far now? I did YouTube video. I'll call you back. You hear about? So these guys have been printing money. So this is what is happening now. Like I said in my last broadcast, the Chinese, right now as I speak to you, the Chinese citizens are protesting mortgage crisis, debt running into 1 point something trillion dollars. US is literally going to recession. The European continent is fastly going to recession. Christine Lagarde, the European Central Bank governor, is fastly saying, look, they have never seen it before in years. For the first time in 20 years, the US dollar is equivalent to the euro. So guys, let me tell you, this is a global reset. And in this global reset, and in every global reset, there's an opportunity. And for things to get better, they must get worse first. So what we have right now is that things are getting worse. The opportunity is right in our faces. But nothing is easy. And that is why people who will be able to stay disciplined and grab the opportunity that is presented to us right now, my brothers and sisters, I say to you, the sky will be our starting point. Do not be deceived. Do not wait for your central bank governor. Do not wait for your politician. Do not wait for your imam. Do not wait for your pastor to come and tell you to take cryptocurrency serious before you will. Have common sense. Educate yourself. These guys, for the most part, they don't know better than you. They are human beings like us. So paper money is designed to keep you poor. And now let me open our eyes to stuff. Do you know before the government prints money, Before the government prints money into the economy, do you know the first set of people that are aware? The people that are aware that used to get the first-hand information that government is about to print money are people who buy bonds, people who have stocks, and people who are into big businesses. So as government print money now, the money is distributed amongst them. And what do? They go in and buy assets. They buy assets like stocks, shares in companies, okay? And before this money, and what they do is that they buy assets and then keep and then wait. Before the money reaches out to the ordinary people, before the money circulates to the general public now, the poor man now goes and start buying. Instead of the poor man to invest, maybe they are paid salaries, they are paid allowances. Instead of them to also invest and buy assets, they go and buy cars, they buy clothes, they buy shoes. And remember, most of these people that have big businesses, they are the ones that have the companies that are producing shoes. They are the ones that have the companies that are producing cars. They are the ones that have companies that are producing rice, noodles, shoes, clothes, caps. So as the money is being given to you now, and you go and buy liabilities instead of asset, the shares of these people, remember they are bought shares already because they are bought shares with your money already. So as you buy these things from them, these liabilities, these clothes that doesn't add anything to you, the shares that they have bought when the money was printed start to go up. And that is why the rich always get richer and the poor always get poorer, because by the time the money reaches out to you, it has lost its value. This is science disguised use. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Okay, now let me give you another example. Let's say the company known as Adidas. Okay, these are people that when government wants to print money, they are aware, they have first-hand information. Okay, the money is being given to them. First, it reaches out to them, and they use this money and buy more shares. Okay, and when the money is being reached out to you in form of salary, let's say you are earning $100 in form of salary, what the average poor man does is this: he goes and buy Adidas shoes. As you are buying Adidas shoes, the shares in Adidas, the price of shares of Adidas now begins to go up. And what do you have? The paper money begins to come down in value. And those who have shares now use that they bought with the money that was printed, their shares now go up and they have more fiat money, and you have less fiat money. So now, and people are complaining that cryptocurrency price is volatile. Paper money is designed to keep you poor. The value of paper money only goes down in value. Fiat currency goes up and down. For example, we saw BTC when it was around $3,000. BTC rose as high as $69,000. There's no paper money or fiat currency that has ever done that in the history. No paper money has ever done that, will ever do that. So don't let anybody deceive you that paper money is no. Hold on to your TACC. Like I said, one day you can just wake up. The TACC you're holding now is superior to the naira is superior to the country currency of your country. You might not know it, but time will tell. The rate of inflation right now, time will tell. So it's no hard feelings. I always say this: if you can't buy more TACC coins, hold on to the ones you have. Hold on to the ones you have, and then try and put it in the hands of people. Remember, this economy is about we, not about I. In my last book, as I said, we must unite and help one another. This is our time. We can't afford to miss this opportunity. And the only way to succeed in this space is to help one another, is to hold each other's hand. You are because I am because you are. So crypto is ours. Crypto is money for the people, by the people, and money is crypto of the people, for the people, and by the people. It is our money. Remember, nobody has the right to tell you what you use as a medium of exchange. These are all social constructs. The same way government prints money and then dump it on you is the same way you have the power to create TACC. Okay? And most importantly, TACC will not function like fiat currency, because nobody will ever print more TAC coins into existence. Nobody, there will ever be 50, as I speak to you now, there is the total supply of TAC is 50 million. It was 2 billion, but it was burnt. It's now 50 million. And by September, there's going to be more burning. But fiat currency has no total supply. Nobody knows the total supply of fiat currency. No, banks have never done an audit of the total supply of fiat currency. The same apply to gold. The same apply to bonds. So don't let anybody deceive you. Crypto is superior to fiat currency. It will make you more richer, more wealthier, more happier. And we can't just wait. Even Chief Abundance cannot just wake up and print more TAC. No. So if you're holding on to one TAC now or 10 TAC now, it will be 10. Nobody is going to print more TAC till we die and maybe possibly resurrect. But fiat currency, they just print and dump it on you. There's no total supply. There's total supply of Bitcoin 21 million. So this is what we are saying. Crypto is more superior. Is wealth generating avenue and mechanism. It is for us, ordinary people. It is our turn to be wealthy, and it is our right to be wealthy. Thank you very much. I hope you find value and you learn one or two in today's broadcast. That continues to go up here. Peace.